There's a particular kind of camper that has been requested at Signature for a very, very long time. And after quite a bit of development, we're really, really excited to show you the SCT Family Dominion. So the SCT Dominion, well, it's a family camper. So it's designed with a couple of massive bunks in the front, plus still a massive bed down the back for mum and dad. It's a hybrid camper. It's about 15 foot. It has loads of battery capacity, a stack of water capacity. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a look through it. So we'll walk around it, show you the outside of it, check out the kitchen, explain some of the specs, some of the stats and what's included in this camper trailer. And then the best part, I'll show you what's included inside. So guys, let's have a look at the front of the camper where we've got all of our services and then we'll scoot down to the side. So starting up here, we've got your McHitch Uniglide coupler. So this is a tried and tested hitch. It's an off-road hitch, full 360 degree articulation. Also available are a range of other hitches that we can do, including your Cruisemaster DO35, your Lovells range of hitches. There's a stack on the market. Pick the hitch that you want and we can fit it to the front of this camper trailer. You've got your ARC XO 750 jockey wheel, so big, sturdy, chunky jockey wheel. That one will keep you out of trouble. You've then got your Anderson plug. So your Anderson plug is so that you can connect up your car to the camper trailer and make sure that you fully charge all the time using the Red Arc Manager 30 system, which I'll go into in a little bit later. You've then got standard 7-pin plug, which controls your lights and your electric brakes. And a couple of luxury features up here. You've got a tap, so you can wash your feet off, clean your hands off, do what you need to do with an external water source, plus these massive big storage boxes. So what are these for? Well, easy. Up the front here, we've got gas storage compartment. So in here, you've got two 9-kilo gas bottles, all plumbed through. So they're plumbed through back down to the back of the trailer, where your kitchen rolls out to your hot water system internally into the camper trailer. We can put a second bayonet fitting if you want. Otherwise, use that second gas bottle so you can carry an extra barbecue and the like. Big enclosed storage box so you can store your extra bits and pieces, poles, camping mats, all that other stuff that's sort of all tucked away and out of the weather and able to be locked up nice and tight. On this side of the camper trailer, we've got another big storage box, again secured, all lockable, and you got space for two 20-litre jerry cans. Use them for extra water, for fuel, whatever you want to throw in here. Don't need to carry any extra jerry cans. Well, it's a great storage box for throwing all your other bits and pieces in that you carry away with you when you go out camping to the Great Australian Outback. So as I jump over here, you'll see up above me is a Dometic dust reduction system. I'll show you a little bit more about that inside, but basically that's a positive pressure system mounted to the front of the camper trailer. As you're driving, it'll actually force air through that dust reduction system, through a filter, and give a positive pressure effect inside the camper trailer, which is really cool. Basically, that positive pressure is going to force air out of any little hole or any sort of anywhere that's a gap that can cause dust ingress, and make sure that you're minimizing the amount of possible dust ingress into the camper trailer. Clever bit of kit and standard feature in the SCT Dominion. Coming down the next point is this locker here. So all lockable compression locks with all automotive dust seals, and this is where your fridge lives. So you've got space for a dual zone 95-litre fridge freezer. In this case, we've got the Dometic sitting in here. So massive amount of space in there. You can get a lot of fridges. Most fridges on the market are going to fit into that area. So you've got a massive amount of carrying space for your fridge freezer. In here, you've got Anderson plug connection. You've got charging points, 6-socket and USB charging points, and you've also got 240 connections as well. So you can plug in your fridge any which way that you sort of need to keep everything all charged up, topped up, and anything else that you want to plug in there and hide away, lock it up. Coming down the side of the camper trailer. So obviously the standard drop down table. So this gives you a huge amount of workspace. Put your Monte Carlos on there, a couple of cold drinks. At the moment I've got my phone plugged in, it's charging up. You've got another 12-volt socket there. So really handy table. Make your lunch from here, use it as a serving dish. Just really handy piece of equipment. So that's all standard, all there. Coming down here, you've got a little pantry area. At the moment, we're using it to store a few cups and cutlery and bits and pieces, but great place to throw all your sauces, rice packets, all the other bits and pieces that we like to take away in our pantry system. There's more storage inside, but that's a great little area for putting all your breakfast cereal and the like. What's always loved about the Signature campers, and what I love about my Signature camper, is the massive gourmet kitchen. So we've gone with the standard design that we've used for a long time. We know it, we love it, it works, great functionality, and you know, why wouldn't you be happy cooking up a storm for the family at this? So, got big deep sink, you got hot and cold water already plumbed in, all ready to go. There's no water connections, everything's all pre-plumbed in, so basically roll the kitchen out, provided that your pumps are on, you're good to go. You've got drawer here. At the moment, I've got my knives in it and some garbage bags, but you can throw a stack of stuff in there, put your big tongs in there, other bits and other condiments, all that sort of stuff. So very, very handy drawer there. And then you've got your huge cutlery drawer. So again, oversized cutlery drawer, so all your knives, forks, spoons, big spoons, little spoons, all your cooking utensils all in there. You can throw a few other things in there, lighters, all that sort of jazz in there as well. So really, really handy area. Up the top, we've got our fold-out dish rack. So again, it's a feature that we've carried over from the early days from the Elite X. Simply fold it up, and then you've got somewhere to keep your to dry everything off and keep everything all ready to go when you need it. Fold-out light, so you can have a light over your little cooking area. These wings over the cooker fold out to give yourself a little bit of wind protection when the breeze picks up, and obviously a light looking over the entire kitchen as a whole. So yeah, great place to cook up a feed. You've got extra area there, prep serving area, or put your cheese and bickies out on there. So that just rolls out there as well. At the moment, we've got some sunscreen because it's an absolute cracker here on Fraser Island today. Coming down the back end of the trailer. So you'll see here, this is our gas connection point. So basically when we need to hook the kitchen up, all we do, whip the gas line out, hook it up into that fitting there, and away she goes. The camper itself comes with 2 spare wheels. So you've got 2 alloy wheels, mud terrain, load rated tires, all ready to go, all on the back there. Coming down the off side of the camper trailer. So if we crack that open, you'll see in here we've got our flue for our hot water system. So basically the hot water system in the SCT Dominion, it's a Truma gas electric ultra rapid system. What that means is that you've got hot water that can run both off gas as well as 240 volt. If you're plugged into family, friend's place, caravan park, somewhere where you've got 240 capability, you can run that hot water system off your 240 power. When you're off the grid, like we are at the moment, all we need to do is open that up, take that cover off, turn the gas bottle on, flick a switch inside, and the gas system will actually run like a gas hot water system at home. It's an ultra rapid system, so it's got a tank inside of it. It heats up and gives you a really good flow of very, very hot water. In about 15 minutes, we'll have this all heated up. We've got water for the water ready to go for the dishes, water for the shower, all heated up in no time at all. Over here, we've got an external shower. Being at the beach like we are, it's a great place to be able to whip that out, give yourself a wash off, get all that salt, sand, and all the everything else off before you duck inside. So very, very handy, hot and cold water, all ready to go. Over here, we've got a couple of points. This is our mains water connection. So when you're at family, at friend's place, you're at a caravan park, anywhere where you've got a basically tap water connection, you can hook your hose up to there, turn your hose on, then the whole camper trailer is actually going to run on mains water rather than relying on the pump and the tank water. So yeah, really handy bit of kit. It means that this is a truly universal camper trailer in terms of both caravan parks, off the grid, basically the whole setup. With little functionality systems like that, it's all ready to go. This here is your fuel point for your water tanks. So we've actually got 240 litres of water carrying capacity in this camper trailer. All you do, stick your hose in there, let the water tanks fill up. You've got a gauge inside, lets you know how full they are, and that gives you all the water that you need for running off the grid for a really great amount of time. Coming down to here, we've got your toilet. So this has got a toilet, full ensuite system built into it. So you've got a 10-foot toilet canister in there, and then 240 volt inlet, so you got your 15 amp inlet for when you go to a caravan park or friend's place, plug into there, run the whole camper trailer off 240, and then you've got your big generator storage slide. Huge amount of storage space in here, very, very handy. We've got a couple of pots and pans in there. Throw your generator on there, that can slide out. Plus, we've got a big drawer up here. At the moment, we've got a couple of pots and pans in there, but yeah, great place to store your power cords, hoses, 10 to 15 amp switches, tools, all the bits and pieces that we all carry away with us when we go away. What you'll notice about the camper trailer is that we've gone with a unique textured finish on this camper. It's a paint protection, it's a unique paint protection system that we've specially done for this camper trailer. You won't see it on many of our other camper trailers, but yeah, it gives it a beautiful rough textured finish. It's a matte black effect. So we're getting away from a little bit of the checker plate, and I think you'd have to agree with me. It's stunning, looks good, goes well with our nice orange rock sliders, and ultimately, it's a classy looking camper. Okay, so what's one of the coolest things about this camper trailer, and it's taken us so long to actually design and to develop, is what's going on inside. So come with me, we'll pop underneath the awning, the electric awning mind you, and we'll check out inside. So come on over here. So, starting in here, we've got couple of little control panels. So over here we've got the Red Manager 30 system. This is a great system. It's a full battery management system which gives you a whole lot of features built into it. So not only is it a DC to DC charger, it's also a solar controller and a 240 volt charger. It gives you all of the information that you need to know how much battery power you've got coming in, how much you've got going out, where you're actually getting your power sources from, and how long you've got to continue living off the grid before you're out of use. So great system. Built into that also is a 2000 watt inverter. So again, it's a Red Arc system. So it's a Red Arc 2000 watt inverter built in underneath the seat here, so it's easily accessible, easy to get to. Those big 240 volt appliances off the grid, which means you can run your coffee machine, induction cooker, all those little handy things, a couple of battery chargers, things that we like to take away with us. All comes as standard, all built in underneath the seat here. As standard, you've got 3 100 amp hour deep cycle batteries. That can be upgraded to a lithium setup up to 400 amp hours of battery power through a range of different battery setups, either Enerdrive, Red Arc, our two main go-to sources for lithium power, but all of that can be built in and factored into your build. But as standard in the price comes this complete Red Arc battery management system. So good little bit of information here. You've got your gauges for your water tanks, our front tank, rear tank, grey water tank. You've got your control for your electric awning, so it can just roll out when you get to camp, and then all of your power switches, so you can turn everything on and off and isolate them as you need to. Couple of breaker switches all in there as well. Easy to get to, easy to use, real simple, no fuss system just sort of going on here. So, what else have we got here? Well, coming inside, we've got, as is usual the case with a signature camper trailer, is a stack of storage. So, as you come into here, you'll see that this is a completely different setup to anything we've designed before, and there was a couple of things that we wanted to tick off on this camper trailer. So, function, form, and luxury. Well, let's look at the functionality of everything. Electrics, easy to get to. Use of them is as easy as it gets using that Red Arc system. The form, well, look at it. I mean, look how many beds there are in here. You've got a massive big L-shaped lounge. You've got a huge oversized queen at the back for the parents, plus 2 massive bunks on the front here. I'll show you them in a second. And then luxury. So luxury is one that we've been working very, very hard on, and I think you have to agree with me. The aesthetics in this camper trailer eclipse anything else on the market, surely. So let's talk about what's going on here. Well, it's a very bright area. It's obviously luxurious. What you'll notice about some of the features that are built into this camper trailer are you've got your soft LED lighting that runs on the floor all the way around the camper trailer. That's really nice at night. It's not overbearing. Adds a degree of class and luxury to the standards, fit and finish of this camper trailer. You'll love it the moment that you see it. All of our windows, big, massive windows everywhere. So all the way around it, you've got full 360-degree opening windows, which means a massive amount of airflow all going through. At the moment, where we are camped on Fraser Island, all I can hear as I'm going to sleep at night is the sound of the waves crashing and the sea in the background. What we've got up here is your windows, basically windows that can open up and they can lock into a whole range of different positions. You've got your block-out screens. You've also then got your midgie-proof screens. Beautiful place to be sitting here. Sit here, read a book, talk to the family, watch the TV. So when we're talking about luxury, you can't beat this L-shaped lounge. Using genuine leather, the feel, the smell, the look of this lounge system is absolutely stunning, and you'll love it the moment you sit down. Stone textured laminate bench tops. They're just absolutely stunning, nice and bright, very, very classy. Keeps the whole atmosphere and the brightness alive in this camper trailer. We've got high quality fittings and finishes the whole way through. So gloss finish through here, beautiful hinges and door handles for your shower and your ensuite. We've got this gloss finish texture all over the fronts of the doors and the cabinets, and these awesome black handles. They all lock into place, very aesthetically pleasing, very smart, very 21st century. So I know what you're all thinking, where's the storage in this camper trailer? Well, a lot of it's here. A little bit underneath there, but a lot of it's here. So what we've got is, we've got a massive big hanging space in there. So you've got a rail in there so you can hang all of your clothes up in there. You've then got drawer down here. Basically put all your clothes and whatnot, comes out a real good distance. So all your clothes and everything can be tucked up in there, all nice and neat and tucked away. Then you've got this little fold down hatch as well, so you can put a few other things in there. It doesn't go all the way back, but it's still a good enough amount of space to throw your bits and pieces and all that sort of jazz in there. Throw some socks, throw your undies, whatever you want to do, throw it all in there. Underneath here is a big void space. At the moment, I've got all my bits and pieces in there. We're using it for cleaning equipment, but that's a whole big void area. So underneath the sink, great little storage hole for everything that we take away camping with us. Then, what you're gonna love about this is underneath here, we've got a sink with a mirror. So, brushing your teeth, cleaning your hands, having a shave, probably need one after a couple of weeks or a week on the beach. Hot and cold water, all plumbed in, all ready to go. Handy little sink in there. What's even better is I can brush my teeth and then check the view. We've got 12-volt sockets, lights absolutely everywhere. So you've got lights on the roof, you've got reading lights over the bed, 12-volt sockets up here, 12-volt sockets over there, 12-volt sockets behind you, which I'll show you in a sec. What you've got up the top here, air conditioning system. So we've gone for an Australian provided and Australian installed Webasto reverse cycle system. Really efficient, really great system. So you've got very, very good aircon system all built into the roof there. And then behind me here is our oversized queen bed. This is luxury living. Full inner spring mattress with a huge pillow top on the top of it. You've got reading lights, you've got 12-volt sockets up there, and check out the windows, check out the view, check out the airflow. This is living. So let's check out the front of the van, and this is probably the biggest change in an SCT camper. Being that this is the family Dominion, we need to go and make some space for all the kids or teenagers that want to come away with mum and dad and enjoy the great outdoors. So in here we've got huge big ensuite. So you've got Thetford toilet, shower in there, you've got lights, you've got a fan, you've got big opening hatch in the roof, beautifully well made, massive amount of space in there. So really good size shower for the family. Not obviously together, but you know, for everyone to use. Then sitting up the front, you've got a whole lot more storage because, you know, storage is king. We've got a couple of drawers down here, drawer down there. You've got 12-volt sockets again, 12-volt sockets, 2 40-volt sockets, absolutely everywhere. So more charging ports there. Underneath the ladder here, which is actually movable, is another cupboard space. So at the moment we've got all of our snacks and bits and pieces, so we're using it as a bit of a pantry at the moment. So all your other bits and pieces in there. So again, huge amount of storage in there. And then what's amazing about this camper is the size of the bunks. Check these out. So you've got bunk up the top here, which has great amount of airflow and your own little window up there, sitting there in bed and check out the view of a morning. You've then got this oversized bunk in the bottom. What's great about this is if you've got 3 kids, you can have 2 down here and 1 up there, or you want to go camping away with another adult family member or family friend, they can easily fit in there. I'll jump in there in a second and show you. So huge amount of space, another reading light, more 12-volt sockets, windows both ends, so you can give yourself a bit of a privacy down the end there. Plus you got your ladder in here, which just sticks in there, hooks up like that, and you're away, ready to hit the sack. So I mentioned outside before the domestic dust reduction system, or DRS as it's commonly referred to. So basically this is that unit here, and this is where the air comes through. What you've got up here is a filter unit. Take that out, and that out there. What happens is air gets forced through this filter unit and then comes out into the camper trailer, and that's what pressurizes the unit. You've got a little catch can here, really simple system, but really bloody handy to have if you plan on doing any outback touring on some of Australia's great dusty roads. So I'll throw that back in there. And that there is another feature that comes as standard with a signature camper trailer. So the SCT Dominion, it exudes luxury, and I hope you love it. as much as we do. Took us a little while to get it all the design sorted and into production, but we're very happy with the results and we know you're going to love it as well. Let's talk some of the stats and specs. Well, you've got 240 litres of fresh water and you've got 100 litres of grey water carrying capacity. So massive amount of water to be carrying off the grid. You've got 300 amp hours of deep cycle batteries as standard with lithium options available. We're running the full Red Arc Manager 30 system with a 2000 watt inverter. Up top, you've got 300 watts of solar, all built into that Red Arc Manager 30 system. You've got your Dometic dust reduction system, as well as your Webasto reverse cycle air conditioning system. Again, all coming as standard in this camper trailer. Underneath, we've got your Truma gas electric hot water system. So basically, you got hot water ready to go, whether you're on 240 volt gas, whatnot. Capacity for 2 9-kilo gas bottles, 2 20-litre jerry cans. You've got your inbuilt ensuite. You've got massive bunks, queen size bed out the back. Gourmet kitchen, full off-road setup with your protection bars. We're running 12-inch electric brakes. You've got your off-road suspension all built in, ready to go. Dobinson shocks are standard with Lovells upgrade packages, all available straight out of the box, straight ready to go for you when you build your camper trailer. Fully electric awning, fully enclosed annex, all included, and a stack of other features. This is only just part of it. So absolutely loved running through the camper trailer with you while we're out on Fraser Island. Hope you've enjoyed checking the camper out. Come and check it out at one of our showrooms. Obviously, we're based all around the country, New South Wales, Sydney, Newcastle, Queensland in Caboolture, WA Perth, South Australia in Woodside. We've got a dealership over in New Zealand, so truly national company. Signature's been around for a little while now, so no doubt you've seen us on the road. If you haven't, come and check it out. Check us out at one of the shows and check out the Dominion and see why we love it. I'm sure you're going to love it as much as we do.